My Fire Legion is your Fire King Renegade here, coming at you with a brand new What If. Now, I want to say a few things before we get into this video. One, I want to give a shout out to 4 people. 2 of them are my friends. Actually, 3 of them are my friends, and one is the guy that one guy I watched, and I kind of took his way of doing What Ifs. So I want to give him a shout out just because he can use all the help he gets. He is a full-time YouTuber now, and this is actually his job. For me, this is just a hobby, so I want to help him out as much as I can, since he kind of showed, since after watching his videos, I kind of figured out how to do what ifs myself. So I want to give him a shout out real quick. I want to give my 3 friends a shout out who are great YouTubers and friends I play with all the time. I want to help them out, grow their channels. The first shout out, I'm going to shout out my friends, and then I'll get to the other guy. First friend I'm shouting out is my good friend Rome. Me and him play COD a lot. We do a bunch of funny shit on there. Talk about some very stupid shit. His YouTube channel is SlenderXNova. Great guy. Go check him out. Go sub to him. He has a Twitch channel as well. I think it's SlenderXNovas. I don't know. I'd have to ask him about that, but I'll link both his YouTube channel and hopefully his Twitch channel in my description down below. Next friend is his name is Tyler. You hear it come up and pop up a few times in my videos. His channel is Gamer Guy. Go sub to him. He does awesome montages. Sometime next week on Wednesday, he should have a YouTube video up. Hopefully, unknown, but his montages are great. Go check him out. He puts his blood, sweat, and tears into there, like always. Another one of my friends, William J. Loft, he has a Twitch channel as well. He has a YouTube channel. He just does some gameplay over there on his channel, Yeah, he's a great guy. I play with him a lot of times. Me and him, we talk in parties. We do all this shit, Just have a good old time. He does some impressions over in his videos at times, too. Does a great narrator. And then on to the last guy. That guy XI. The guy XII. Don't want to fuck up his name now. He's the guy that I watched his YouTube channel. He does a lot of good what ifs. He does gameplay like me, only he does walkthroughs and stuff. Go check him out. Check out his gameplay videos. They're awesome. His what ifs are great too. You laugh your ass off. You laugh your ass off at mine. Me and him have a similar what if style. The only big difference is he actually is better than me. So yeah. Just wanted to get that out of the way, give shout outs to my friends, help them out, and give shout outs to a guy that has helped that I watched, and he did a good job and kind of showed me how I could do stuff. I just want to help people out. Like, if you guys have a YouTube channel, and if I can help out in some way, I'm always here to help. I love helping people. It's something I want to do. For some reason, I can't help my family, though. I don't know, I guess it's just because you live with them for so long. Just don't want to help out your family. Because I guess just annoyed of them. They do shit to you, but if I was walking on the street and I saw some random person needed help, I'd probably help them. My family, on the other hand, it's a 50-50. Kinda can go fuck yourself. I would help my family, it's just that they're kind of annoying to me. It's like, do I help the people that be annoying, or do I let them suffer? No. Kind of like revenge, or being a good guy. It's the last. I still help them, it's just I watch them suffer for a bit, though, before I go help them. But yeah. Let's get into this. So this is what if Deku was Solid Snake. Solid Snake, you should all know him. He's a fucking stealth master. Also has one of the most iconic stealth gears ever. It's so iconic that it's been used in media across the platform. A cardboard box. I don't understand it either. It works, though, even in Phantom Pain. No offense, if I saw a cardboard box in the middle of a field, I'd probably just shoot it. I wouldn't walk toward it. Or if I saw a cardboard box with some anime chick on it, wouldn't go gawk at the anime chick, just shoot it again. Like I said, I don't understand it. It just works. Makes my life easier. If the soldiers want to be stupid, hey, then let them be stupid. No skin off my back. Makes my life hell of easier. So yeah, this isn't gonna be like my Sam Fisher. Deku is not quirkless. I'm gonna explain how Deku got his quirks and what happened. So I'm gonna say that you can possibly get recessive quirks from like past families. Like let's say your grandparents had like a fire quirk or something like that, but your mother and father had a lightning and a teleportation quirk, but you got the fire quirk. So it's possible for those quirks to get passed down. And in Deku's case, he's kind of like in that region of like, holy shit, this is the first time we've ever seen this happen, where he got all 4 of his quirks from each of his grandparents on both sides. So Deku's quirks are regeneration, super strength, super speed, and invisibility. Now this invisibility is not like Hakaku eggs. Hakaku eggs? Hakaku egg? Invisible. Whatever the fucking name is. I can't pronounce it worth shit. Don't yell at me if I mispronounced it. She's just a fucking extra anyways. No one cares about her. But yeah. Sorry if I dissed your favorite character. But no one's here to listen about her. Oh yeah, another thing. I'm throwing another what if in here. Like, I'm combining 2 what ifs. I'm probably going to do this from here and there. This one is a little interesting because I saw it on YouTube. I was just roaming around the what ifs. Like, just looking around, seeing, like, what could I spin into my what ifs? What could I do with my own version on? And it just caught my attention. Like, I don't want to do what most people do and do a separate video on it, like a separate series. But this was what if Deku, what if Deku and Toga were bound by fate? Now this is like, it was made by probably someone that's like a Toga and Deku shipper, like one of those people. But the thing is, it's so far out there that I'm like, you know what? I'm adding that to my what if. I think it'd be interesting. And you know what? What better what if than Solid Snake? I don't know why I'm doing it. I just think it'd be cool. So, yeah. Alright, so let's get on to it. So, when Deku's born, he has access to all of his quirks already. Another rare occurrence, but it has happened before. Thing is, this is 4 quirks. So, the doctors are a little dumbfounded. And when Deku becomes of age, he's still having a hard time controlling his quirks. And I'm gonna say, a certain gun-toting, dual-wielding revolver man spots Deku having trouble controlling his quirk. And, he decides to train him. He's retired, but, he still doesn't mind training people. So, we have, well, you probably guessed it, Ocelot training Deku. Ocelot trains Deku in CQC, marksmanships, all that. But when Deku says he wants to become a hero, Ocelot's, Ocelot's like, I think I may know someone that can help you further along your training. And this is when Ocelot introduces Deku to Big Boss. The snake before snake. Big Boss trains Deku harder and better. So Deku is a part of Diamond Dogs, pretty much. They make his gear for him, and they send him on missions from time to time. Nothing assassination because, again, Deku chooses to be non-lethal. Deku's weapons comprise of a tranquilizer gun, which is not like the bullshit tranquilizer gun which you gotta cock every damn time to fucking shoot. That fucks me sometimes in the game. Like, I get spotted, I miss my shot, I'm like, oh shit, come on. And I get my stealth ruined because I get fucked over by that gun. So, it's a semi-automatic tranquilizer gun. He has two of them, too. He dual wields. Deku's second, primary weapon is a bolt-action sniper rifle with a 4 to 12 times scope, bipod, 5-round magazine, kind of based off of the sniper rifle I'm basing it off of is from Ghost Recon Breakpoint. It's called the Paladin 9 Survival. It's a very powerful and good sniper. Again, all his guns as well have a built-in suppressor. I'm going to mention that right now. Deku's invisibility quirk, it goes over his clothes, so it's not like his suit needs to be made from his DNA like Mirio's did. Deku's invisibility quirk is extremely overpowered. Deku can run around 8 miles per hour and can lift about, I'm going to say, 250 pounds. You know, nothing extreme. He's not on the Blacklight Virus levels of fucking strength. You know. And his regeneration, as long as the brain doesn't get destroyed, he pretty much can't die. The brain's kind of what helps him regenerate. So, you know, taking that from Wolverine. Since Deku realizes that his brain is the part that kind of, you know, he has to worry about, Deku plays more into the stealth role. So, you know, he has his sneaking suit. You know, it's light but durable. So if he does get shot, it's not like the bullets are gonna go straight through him. It's gonna take a few shots. Like, you need armor-piercing bullets to get through his armor. You know, Deku looks pretty much like the picture here, only he dual wields. Because I just like making Deku dual wield because I think it's badass. Deku does have the solid eye like Snake, so you know he has night vision. You know, radar, viable zoom. So if Deku scopes like kerfuffled. Why am I trying not to swear? I swear in my videos all the damn time. If Deku's sniper scopes gets fucked, it's pretty much like, okay, whatever. Just, you know, solid eye. So yeah. No point in destroying the scope. I'd be able to still snipe you from a distance. It's just going to be a little less. The solid eye has a zoom radius about, I think it's like 2 to 8? 2 to 4? I don't remember its exact zoom functionality. Deku also has the Codex, which is nano communication. So if someone tries to talk to Deku, only Deku can hear them, and only they can hear Deku. No one else can hear Deku. The way nano communication worked in the Metal Gear Solid games was if Solid Snake got a call on the Codex, no one could hear that conversation. When Snake talked, it was, I don't know how it worked exactly, but, you know, you gotta forgive me. I mean, Metal Gear Solid fan, I just, when I ran into certain things in those games, I kind of just went like, what? And I just tuned it out. I just tried not to pay attention too much. But yeah. Deku is extremely smart. He can hack into a government facility within, I'm gonna say, a minute and a half. No. So, like, let's say a terrorist organization took over a government facility. He'd be able to hack into that, taking over a government facility within about a minute and a half, depending on the equipment he's got and what he's working on. Like, if he's got good equipment and if he's on site, I'd say about maybe a minute, half a minute, about 30 seconds. If he's off site with some shady equipment, I'd say it'd take him about 10 to 15 minutes. to get in. It all depends on the equipment and if he's on site or not. But yeah. Deku's suit also cuts his thermal off pretty much. So Deku doesn't have a thermal heat signature. Let's see, what else do? Oh yeah, the stun knife. Can't forget that. So Deku's stun knife is, well, obviously it's a stun knife. He could kill people if he chose to, but he's not gonna. He's just gonna go, stab, dazed. Just fun shit like that. Anyway, so it's about, I'm gonna say Deku's like 7 or 8, Preschool's been through Bakugo. He's not as big of a bitch, but he's still a pretty bad cunt. Deku, he's gone on a few missions here and there. They're just small missions like, just rescuing some prisoners, stuff like that. Nothing too big. And, Deku, his mother loves him and all that, They have a nice house because of Diamond Dogs, Deku gets paid, obviously. Even though he, it's under the books, pretty much. Inko they've given her a kind of a job. It's basically just Deku's guardian. So, but it's labeled under secretary. So, So, all of Deku's paychecks go to Inko, since, she's the adult and everything like that. But if, Deku wants something, she'll buy it for him, since, it is his money, technically. But, Deku's not a spoiled brat. Also, Deku isn't whatever, He's happy. He's awesome. Like, he's not emotionally cut off. His emotions are there. He's got them in check. If Deku isn't in battle mode, he's just a normal kid. If he is in battle mode, he's just like, well, there's my target. Knock him out. Simple as that. So yeah. But while Deku's walking around at the age of 9, with his mom, he notices a girl, she's sitting in a cardboard box, kind of drabby and stuff. And, Deku points out to his mother. And they take that girl in and take care of her. This girl's name is Himiko Toga. So, Deku and Toga, they bond together pretty much. When Toga Toga kept her quirk a secret, but, with Deku's prying, and fascination of others' quirks besides his own. Because, that's still a part of Deku, knowing about quirks, she says, she finally gives in and tells him her quirk is transformation, but she needs to consume blood for that. Deku, she was expecting Deku to say, "You monster, get out of our house," stuff like that. Same thing from Inko. But Inko just, gives her a hug and says, no matter what your quirk is, you're a good kid. Deku would say, and your quirk's amazing. All you need to do is just train in combat if you want to become a hero. Toga would say she would want to become a hero. Not because Deku said anything, but because was her original plan. If people had encouraged Toga, and if she grew up in a stable home, my guess is Toga grew up in a abusive household and people called her a villain because of her quirk. Because like with Shinso, they said Shinso could become an amazing villain with the quirk Brainwash. My guess is she went down that path because of the people pushing her down that path and wanting revenge. Shigaraki, his household he grew up in, same thing. His father hated heroes. and wanted to, be rid of him, beat his son, all that. Villains aren't just born. Same with heroes. They're made by the actions other people do. Gentle Criminal, he wanted to become a hero. But because of his failed attempt to rescue someone and the police nagging at him for it, he went into a life of crime. So, with this reinforced positivity and, her growing affection for Deku, she becomes a hero. She works toward it. She trains with Deku every day, and, Deku teaches her CQC movements, stuff like that. Deku tells her that since her quirk is blood, she may want to carry around a knife. Not to aim to kill anybody, but just to incapacitate and take a blood sample. Which, Deku teaches her, CQC with knife play, but to only cut someone and knock them out, not to kill. And she, over the years, she learns it. She goes to the same school as Deku and Bakugo. Bakugo bullies her for the quirk. Deku stands up for her. Blah, blah, blah. Whole knight in shining armor. Toga's crush for Deku envelops. Deku has a crush on Toga because, she's the first girl he actually has ever talked to that wasn't either on Mother Base or he was rescuing. Like, she's just a normal girl he could talk to. Just a true, genuine friend. So, their relationship kind of is bonding. Like, Deku saves her, she saves Deku. Because, Deku would get bored sometimes by other female students, and Deku would just have to take it. But thanks to Toga being able to rescue him now, they share that we will save each other mentality. No matter what happens. I will be there for you, and you'll be there for me. So, that relationship builds and builds. And no matter where they seem to go, like, no matter how many times they get separated, they always seem to end up back together. That's the Bound by Fate part coming in. Because when Deku went on a mission, he got captured. Ocelot told Inko and Toga went and saved him. So Toga is also a part of Diamond Dogs. Diamond Dogs would do her equipment, would make her suit out with her DNA so she wouldn't have to, I think in the anime they said Toga's quirk was only affected her skin and didn't affect her clothes, so she would have to, all that to use a quirk effectively. They would use her DNA to make a quirk so she wouldn't have to do that anymore. So that's her hero costume. But it still offers great protection. She would also have a gun which would have rounds that would come back. It would take a small amount of someone's blood and then she would get it back. She would also have tranquilizer rounds, So that way, in case she needed more than just, I'd say maybe whatever you would consider the size of a thumb, like the size of a thumb to be, however much that blood that would be, she could tranquilize them and take as much blood as she needed. So, skip to middle school now. So, teacher comes in, does this whole, I know you want to go into hero course. Everyone starts freaking out. Bakugo does his little speech. Deku and Toga shut him down in unison. So, Deku and Toga would say, just because your quirk's explosions doesn't mean you become a great hero. You need to fix your attitude, and you actually need to care about people and not just fighting villains. They'd say that in unison. Bakugo would try to fight it back, but the teacher would go on and say, Deku and Himiko, you guys want, Izuku and Himiko, you guys also want to go to UA, correct? And, they both would say in unison again, yes, still not realizing it. And, one of the students would say, would you two stop fucking being boyfriend and girlfriend and just kiss already? And Himiko would start blushing and say, doing the whole, we're not boyfriend and girlfriend, still doing it in unison, stuff like that. Bakugo would try to bully Deku out of going to UA. You know what happens. Basically, Deku would hit Bakugo in the face with the palm of his hand, twist his arm, flip him over his shoulder, and knee drop him to the head. Bakugo goes out cold, and Toga and Deku are walking home. Now, Toga and Deku get attacked by the sludge villain, but things go a little differently. Since the sludge villain has two people he's got to worry about, he tries to go after Himiko because, she's a girl, and he's thinking like, oh, it should be an easy target, And because of the school uniform and the way Deku and Toga wear them, it doesn't look like they're that strong. Actually, they're significantly strong. It's not like anything on the bodybuilder level of strong, but, if they, were wearing tank tops and stuff and, shorts, it actually looked like, oh, shit, these kids got some muscle. It's not like, like you can see them just like, fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator 1 type of fucking goddamn strong. Nothing like that. So Deku uses his strength and speed quirk to get behind the villain, while Toga uses her ability to kind of, Toga focuses more on speed and agility, while Deku focuses more on strength and raw power. So Deku can run up to 80 miles per hour. Toga, with her training of the years, she's reached Deku's level, but she's more agile. So she can move around places a lot quicker because she can go over stuff faster and stuff like that. So together, Deku and Toga manage to defeat the sludge villain. When All Might comes around the corner, he does this whole I am here thing. He'd see the sludge villain KO'd. He'd scoop the sludge villain up. He'd tell the kids they did a good job, and he'd say, "Where do you guys plan on going for your high school years?" They both reply UA. All Might would say, "I guess I'll see you at the entrance exams then." And they'd realize, oh shit, All Might's gonna be our teacher. And for the next 10 months, Toga and Deku, they train and go on missions. So, since Toga could infiltrate places easier, Deku mostly focused on sniping. But if there was a... Holy shit. I'm talking way too much. Whew. So, on one of their missions, Deku is, I'm gonna say it's in, like, Alaska. It's, I'm gonna say, some terrorist cell organization is planning a revolt against the Alaskan state government. Oh, God. And Toga and Deku were sent in to deal with it. So, Deku and Toga have come up with a plan for her to take the role of a high-ranking officer and to use him to get into the storage facility where they are keeping their arms munition. See what they have, to take stock, and then to eliminate anything that would be too big of a problem. And, while they're doing this, Deku and Toga are talking, through the codex. They're just having some playful banter, stuff like that, flirting with each other a bit here and there. And, Toga's timer for her blood thing runs out without her realizing it. So, she gets captured. They have her in the arms munition because that's also doubles as the jail cell, since, Metal Gear enemies tend to not be the smartest of people. And I'm keeping that here. So, Deku uses invisibility to kind of sneak his way into the base and goes to free Toga. But he runs into a problem. He forgot that he has mud on his shoes. So, he does get the mud off, but, he realizes that if he tries to use invisibility, they have stuff set up for it now. So, when Deku realizes, like, okay, I can't use my invisibility quirk, He improvises. So 2 guards are standing at the munitions site. They're talking and they hear some movement down the left corridor of the hall. They look down there, but all they see is a few cardboard boxes. Nothing much. So, they continue to talk and, they continue talking and talking about they want to play a game of poker. One of those cardboard boxes, for some reason, are by their feet all of a sudden. They just think, oh, hey, maybe one of the guys moved it here without us noticing. So, they played poker on that box for a couple of minutes. And, before they realize it, one guy's got a royal flush, he's about to win, he goes all in. And, right as he says, boom, I win, they both stand up. Deku pops out of the cardboard box, shoots them both in the head with a tranquilizer, then proceeds to move them into the arsenal, lock them up, and, the rest is history. Toga gets freed, they destroy anything that's too big or too dangerous, and they leave without being detected. All in all, I'd say that's an S-rank mission. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I bet you all I wonder if Deku's going to use the cardboard box. I'm going to have the cardboard box in here. Don't worry. No matter what. If I can somehow include the cardboard box into a storyline, I'm going to do it. Again, if I see cardboard boxes just all of a sudden appear next to me and I don't know if my teammates moved it or not, I'm just going to shoot it. But again, these guys are dumb as hell. Proven from this point. So, 10 months are up and, they're going into the entrance exam, getting ready. Deku and Toga both are like, alright, we got this. They're going to work as a team and do that. So, the win part of the exam, they both ace it easy. Because they studied, don't worry. Deku was like, don't worry. Deku would not have let them not go out and study. So, they ace that part, no problem. So, during the entrance part, well, first off, during the auditorium scene, Deku and Toga are sitting next to each other, and they're talking about strategy. He is looking at them like, are they paying attention? He's just, he's kind of staring at them, wondering, like, are they paying attention, or are they off in their train of thought? And, Toga and Deku, they're coming up with a plan. Now, it looks like they're paying attention, which they are, but they're using the codex to communicate. So, they come up with a plan to use Toga, they switch off. Toga will be a distraction at times, Deku will be a distraction at times, depending on who can get to the robot. So Toga says she'll take the flying ones, and Deku will take the ones on the ground. Deku hits them low, Toga hits them high. And that's pretty much how it goes. Entrance exam starts, Toga hits high, Deku hits low. 0 Pointer shows up, Toga gets trapped under the rubble instead of a rock this time. Deku saves her with, again, same way as Cannon Midoriya did it, only with less bone breaking, and a lot more just being badass as hell. That's pretty much it. That's how they get in. They worked as a team. Their points were combined together, and boom. Together, they got in top marks. Now, Toga and Deku are leaving, but, All Might decides to call them over. Just to talk to them. And All Might reviews the whole thing about One for All and all that to the two of them. All Might says he wants to try something with, One for All. He wants to try to give it to both of them. So, All Might would take 2 strands of his hair and hand it to each one. And Toga and Deku would eat the hair on the same exact time. Which does allow them to successfully transfer One for All to 2 people. So, All Might now doesn't have to worry about training one successor, but he has to train 2. And he's fine with that because, All For One doesn't have one 1-4 to worry about, he has 2. And Toga and Deku, they pick up on 1-4 extremely easily. Deku being a bit better at picking up at it. It's not the fact that it's this will of skill, it's the more of the muscle mass. Since Deku, like I said, focused more on raw power while Toga focused on agility, that allows Deku to use full count 20% while Toga has to use 10%. So, yeah. Moving on to, the first day of UA classes. So, Toga and Deku are getting ready to leave, and, Inko would say, be careful, you two, watch yourselves and all that. Deku said, alright, Mom, see you later. Toga would say, bye, Inko, stuff like that. Those two are just walking together, and, they run into, a huge crowd since it's rush hour. Everyone's trying to get to work and stuff. So they're holding hands so they don't get separated, They walk into Class A like that, walking together, holding hands, stuff like that. They sit next to each other as usual. Bakugo's like, oh great, the lovebirds got into this class. Being salty old Bakugo, like salty old Bakugo is, he just jealous of Deku's swagger, he already got, a girlfriend pretty much, He's just jealous that he can't get a girlfriend as fast as Deku. Oh yeah, I went there. Bakugo, you a bitch and you always will be. You will be nothing but second fiddle compared to Deku. Oh, congratulations, you know how to use your quirk. Guess what? Deku's gonna trounce you every time if he just loses the nice guy act. Like, seriously. Like, that's the one problem I have with Deku. He's too much of a nice guy. He needs to drop the shit and beat this man's ass. Like, he just keeps letting fucking Bakugo walk all over him. Like, man, drop the nice guy act and wreck this dude's shit. Like, come on. Like, it's like campers in fucking Modern Warfare. I don't know why they do it. Like, seriously. Like, I'd be aggressive as shit, and 9 times out of 10, I will shit on you if you're camping. As long as you're not camping in the corner with a goddamn M4. If you're just camping in your spawn, then 9 times out of 10, I will shit on you. My friend, this man literally uses a sniper and a marksman rifle, and the enemies were camping in spawn, and he dumpstered them. He got a 6-man with that class. A 6-man with a Call 98 and an AX-50. Like, bruh. You gotta drop the shit, you gotta man up, you gotta use what you're good at, and beat their ass. Like, seriously. My friend is in my opinion, is one of the best snipers I've ever seen on Modern Warfare. Me, I snipe sometimes, but right now I'm working on leveling up the FAL. And that thing is the most, it's the M4 but single shot pretty much, I think of it as. Because I've gotten triples and quad feeds off that thing before. I almost got up to a Vito one day, but I'm full campers. I'm just going to say this. If you camp in the corner with an M4, or, another thing. I don't know, there's a lot of things I gotta remember to put in my videos. But if you camp in the corner with an M4, you're a garbage human being and no one will love you. That's all I have to say. Play aggressive. Don't play that slow shit. Unless you're playing Search and Destroy, then play how you will. Just don't camp in corners, man. Unless, you're watching... if you're playing objective or something, then I don't mind corner campers too much. That's objective. I understand that. There's a reason behind the camping. You want to hold that objective to win. I'm 100% with that. But if you're gonna just camp in a corner in TDM, you're a garbage human being in my eyes. Remember that. Anyways, back to the what if. I started ranting because I was pissed off. We got off a pretty bad... We ended Modern Warfare off with a pretty bad game. That's all I gotta say. It was fucking terrible. These kids, they were so shit, but they just kept camping the spawn. Oh, God, I hate them. Okay, I gotta calm down before I give myself a migraine. Yeah, but anyways. So, Deku, Deku and Toga, they're sitting there, they're talking, Everyone's just, everyone's talking shit. Aizawa, he's gotten his good nap, he's not being a bitch. So, he just say, alright, class, so I know usually most schools do orientation, but not this school. We're going to be doing a quirk assessment today. Toga and Deku, they just get up and walk out of the class, The rest of the class would still get a little salty, but Aizawa would say, listen, UA is not like most other hero schools. You're here to become a hero, not to be normal high school students. So stop your bitching and go to the yard, or you can forget about becoming a hero. Should have been like those other two students and already have left by now. And they look toward Deku and Toga to see, and they just see they're gone. They've been waiting there, I'd say about a good 5-10 minutes, and Toga, oh my god, Deku and Toga, they saw like, okay, the class still complaining probably, so how about we just train CQC? So, when Aizawa gets down there, Aizawa thinks that they're just having a straight up fight, and, he breaks it up, and, Deku would ask, why'd you do that? Aizawa would say, because you're fighting? And Deku would say, no, we were training. Deku and Toga would, Aizawa would look at Deku and Toga and see that none of them are really angry or have an angry expression. And, Aizawa, he just apologizes. He says, okay, my bad. I'm just used to dealing with people fighting a lot. And, Deku says, no worries. And, so, Deku and Toga, since they both got combined first, they would throw the ball at the same time. Aizawa's got the phone up with two different numbers on it. Deku and Toga both throw the ball. Deku gets about 4,200, 4,200 meters. Toga gets 2,100 meters. And, they both be like, how? And, again, that's one for all. One for all is both a stockpile and an enhancement quirk. So it's given Toga super strength and has enhanced her blood ability. So instead of Toga needing like a certain amount of blood to stay in the form, she just needs a drop, and unless she doesn't want to be in that form anymore, she will always be, she has control over when she drops out of the person's form. And Deku's invisibility quirk went from being, almost completely invisible to completely invisible. His strength has been increased, so now he can carry about hold on, I say he carried 250 pounds. Let me do the math here real quick. 400. So Deku can now carry up to, lift up to 500 pounds. His speed, he can now run over 160 miles per hour, and his regeneration had if he lost his arm or something, it'd take him a few days to regenerate it. Now it's like Piccolo's regeneration, where it's pretty much instant. If you guys remember Piccolo vs. Cell, he just ripped off his arm and went, "Ugh!" and grew a new one just like that. I was going off the abridged version because I like the abridged version. Wait, before you kill me, do you want to see something cool? I know you're playing me, but I like it. So do go on. Fucking hell. I reference too much shit. I really do. Oh yeah, I want to say this now. Every time I say Metal Gear, I do my Snake impression. It's reflex at this point. So I apologize in advance if I sound like Solid Snake. I may do one of these. I may do one of these what ifs. Like, I may just do a Solid. I may just do a Snake impression during the whole thing. If I do, I apologize. If I don't, then I don't. So just kind of bear with me if I do that one day. If I see you guys say do your Solid Snake impression for a video, then I'll do it. Fuck it. I think it'd be funny. But yeah, so Deku and Toga, they trump everyone. And Deku and Toga, they come first. Bakuho comes third. Todoroki comes fourth. And, and the rest of the extras fall somewhere. Uraraka, she gets, I'm gonna say she gets 12. The rest of the extras fall where they may fall. No one gets expelled because of Zawa. Zawa's Zawa. Lunchtime. So, Deku and Toga, they're eating lunch together, and, a few of the girls are looking at Toga, biting down on their food and shit and being like, how does she have so much time with him? Just being what jealous teenager girls would be. Is that what teenage girls do when they're jealous? I'm a dude. And I've had no girls crush over me before, so how do you act? Like, do I have any female fucking, female viewers out there? If I do, could you help me out with that, maybe? I mean, I understand if you don't, but, like, do you guys do that? Yes or no? Like, it's just a simple question. This is taking a weird turn, man. It's like one of my Mom Warfare moments. It took a really fucking weird turn, and fucking kid. Christ, just thinking about it makes me laugh. Oh God. You guys hear it in the video, but Jesus Christ, it was funny as fuck. Oh God. I'm gonna have to fucking edit that. Oh, eventually. Okay. What time is it? It's 9:29. How long have I been going? 47 minutes. I'm gonna cover the heroes versus villains, and then I'm gonna head to sleep because I finally got a normal sleep schedule, and your boy would like to sleep. So yeah. So the girls are googling over Deku because he's the strongest boy in the class. Boys are jealous of Deku because he's the strongest student in the class, and they're like, "Fuck, why does he have so many girls all over him?" None of the girls have a shot with him though because, like I said, Toga and Deku bound by fate. So All Might would see this and be like, "All right, so those two are gonna have to be on the team." He'd see Todoroki and Bakugo being, a little salty, and he'd be like, "Alright, so Deku and Toga versus, Todoroki and Bakugo, gotcha." Only he'd say young Midoriya and young Toga versus young Todoroki and young Bakugo. I just say it from simplicity's sake, Deku, because, simplicity's sake. So, Deku and Toga would have their Diamond Dog outfits because Diamond Dog would say, contact Nezu and say, "Hey, those two are agents. Can we provide them with their stuff?" And, Nezu would be like, "Oh yeah, sure, fine." Because Nezu seems to be like a very just chill teacher. He just seems to not give a fuck. As long as his students are improving, he's okay. God, I wish I had that kind of teacher when I was in school. It would have been so much easier. But yeah, so, Toga and Deku, they're coming up with a plan. And, Deku comes up with a plan like, alright, so Bakugo, he's an explosive dumbass. We're going to find a cardboard box. You're going to, call Bakugo out. I'll attack him from the cardboard box, knock him out. You take a sample of his blood, go for Todoroki. I get the bomb. say that you found a cardboard box full of like uh, concrete or something. I don't know. Make something up. We could better get it over with. And that's what they do. And this plan surprisingly works. Deku, knocks Todoroki out. Toga takes a blood sample. Toga shows up as Bakugo saying, I got a plan. Let's barricade the door with this box. Toga does it. Deku does his little invisibility sneak out. Boom. Deku touches the bomb. Heroes win. Fuck. I just realized that was a lot shorter than I expected it to be. Alright, I got something good. Alright, so, Alright. So it's after school, Deku and Toga, they're walking home. Again, holding hands. And, they get home. They're still holding hands. And, Inko would come out of the kitchen and say, hey, I made dinner. Not Toga. Inko would see them holding hands. And she'd be like, okay. And, they still haven't realized they're holding hands. And, Toga, Inko will walk back in the kitchen and say, dinner will be ready in a few minutes. I just gotta set up the plates and stuff. Deku's like, okay, Mom. And, he'd let go of Toga's hand and realize, oh shit, I was holding your hand. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And, Toga, she hasn't realized it yet. And, Deku just plays it off like, okay, I'm fine. So, Toga and Deku, they're sitting next to each other at the dinner table. Inko, she'd bring it up and be like, so, how long have you two been a thing? And Deku, he'd just go, what? He'd just choke on his spoon and be like, what? Toga, she'd be sipping the water, she'd also kind of choke on it and be like, what? She'd say, I saw you two holding hands. And, Deku and Toga would be like, no, it's just a huge misunderstanding. There's just a huge crowd, and we didn't want to get separated, so we held hands until we could get home, They're sweating bullets and shit, and like, oh shit, he's gonna find out. Thinking, they're both thinking like, the other one's gonna find out they have a crush on them, and they're gonna get rejected, After that, Inko heads off and heads to a room, tells them to clean up. And, Deku and Toga, they're doing the dishes, doing that couple thing where one cleans, the other dries. Toga would say, she'd be the first one to break the silence and say, so, Zuko, do you have a crush on anyone at the new school? Deku would be like, do you? Toga would be like, yeah. She'd kind of, say, say what Deku looks like, but be very vague about it. Deku would do the same thing, only about her. And, they're laughing, talking about how hopefully the other one, gets the person they want, stuff like that. They get into a little water fight, stuff like that. Just cute couple shit. Deku and Toga, Deku slips and falls, and Toga, slips and falls on top of him. Deku's like, Deku's just like, what? Fuck it. He'd kiss her. And he was expecting Toga to push off of him, but she doesn't. She just continues to kiss him. And, they both look at each other and be like, wait a minute. They would say in unison, the person you have a crush on is me, isn't it? They both laugh and be like, okay, well, shit. We've been stupid, haven't we? And, Deku and Toga, they go to sleep, and, Toga, she would have a nightmare, I'm gonna say, of Deku being killed or something like that. She'd walk over to Deku's room, tell him about it, and, they just sleep together. They go to bed together and just, go to bed, just sleep. They're just supposed to sleep together, and, that's it, really. They just finally, get together and go to bed. But yeah, so that's when we leave this one off. I'd like to get to bed, so this one's gonna be, it's relatively, well, for my videos anyways, it's relatively short. Usually my videos go on for about an hour and a half, but this one's about half an hour shorter, maybe a little less, more. But yeah. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe, turn on notifications so you guys next know when I post. Go subscribe over to my friends in that guy XII to give them the support that they deserve. And yeah, my Fire Legion, keep your fires burning, and I'll see you all in the next one.